Hello to my YouTube subscribers, new subscribers, YouTube viewers, my Odyssey followers or subscribers or whoever you are. BitChute subscribers and Odyssey followers. Too many places to go, nowhere to go. Twitter followers. This video today is January 9th, 2021. Here's Nancy Pelosi on Fox News on sharing some videos today. Josh TV. This is off of Josh TV. Joshua TV. Video off of YouTube. We're countering Nancy Pelosi's comment about Trump being unstable and needs the nuke codes removed from his hands because he's so unstable. He might just set off the war, and she wants the nuke codes. Holy fuck! If she gets the codes, oh shit! Russia and China fucking better start digging some crypto fucking lead bunkers or something. That's a fucking crazy fucking dingbat lady that really by God needs to be out of office. Let's listen to her fucking dipshit fucking rant here on this video, and I have her pandering to the black people, and I have her doing her rants with Donald Trump videos. So this video should be a little entertaining but scary as fuck. Alright, heads up, people.
Interview, take a listen.
The person who's running the executive branch is a deranged, unhinged, dangerous president of the United States, and only a number of days until we can be protected from him. But he has done something so serious that there should be prosecution against him.
Well, I gather that the 25th Amendment is off the table.
No, it isn't. Nothing is off the table.
Alright, well, that's her thing on today on June 9th, 2021. Let's watch Nancy pander to the black people. This channel is a black channel, I guess. It's Breakfast Club Power, 105.1 FM. Go, bro. Let's see what this channel does for Pelosi here.
The devil?
Breakfast Club.
Dog here today for Tuesday, June 9th goes to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and all the other congressional Caucasian Democrats who decided that yesterday they were going to wear kente cloth and take a knee during a moment of silence for George Floyd at the Capitol's Emancipation Hall tribute to George Floyd. Now, listen up. So I can tell you what kente cloth is for dummies. It's a silk and cotton fabric that is royal and worn only in times of extreme importance and was the cloth of kings. Originated with the Ashanti people of Ghana and is very special on many levels. The patterns and colors are easily identifiable as a representation of West African culture. And this gives, each kente design its own unique symbolic value, okay? Kente cloth symbolizes the wearer's status or marks a festive occasion. Now, yesterday was a tragic celebration of sorts because homegoing services happened for George Floyd in Houston today. A couple memorials have already happened, and the tragic death of George Floyd is just the latest killing of a black person at the hands of the police, but it has started a global movement. Okay, there is a real paradigm shift going on, people. And yesterday, more than 24 lawmakers decided to kneel in kente cloth in his honor. Let's listen to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
We gather in honor of those Americans and so many others. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Botham Jean, Terrence Croucher,
Jordan Davis, Oscar Grant, Philando Castillo, Freddie Gray, Walter Scott, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin. Any other names members wish?
Sean Bell, Jordan Davis, Freddie Gray.
For those who wish to, we will now kneel for our moment of silence.
First of all, who gave the white folks the kente cloth? Okay, I need to know which one of you CBC members decided that giving these white folks the kente cloth was a good idea. Okay, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer were up there looking like they were giving a commencement speech at an HBCU that doesn't even exist. They was up there looking like white conda forever. Okay, I'm shocked they didn't do the Black Panther handshake, like really shocked. This is what happens when people focus on symbolism and not substance. I don't care about any of that kente cloth kneeling garbage, okay? If nobody on the Hill is going to tell them the truth, I will. All you white Democrats in Congress looked stupid yesterday. Okay, we need policy over pandering. White people, I understand that everybody is on a I love black people kick right now. Black Lives Matter. That's very important. That's great. But listen, this isn't the movie premiere for the Black Panther sequel. Okay, this ain't a movie, dog. All right, I know it's hard at a time like this, but when it comes to the pandering, it's okay, white people, to say no to black folk. All right, you know what we need you saying yes to? Police reform bills, okay, that black people come to you with. The bill y'all passed yesterday, great. Ban chokeholds that are trying to get passed. The bill y'all put on the table, ban chokeholds that killed George Floyd and Eric Garner, yes. Ban no-knock warrants in drug cases that killed Breonna Taylor, yes. The Justice and Policing Act, I'm all for that. We want legislation and reparations. That's how you atone for the sins of America's. Okay, that's how you atone for the sins of America toward black people. That's how you show you love black people, by using your privilege to combat prejudice and dismantle the mechanism of white supremacy. That's all I care about. I don't care if a CBC member asked you to do it or not. Say no. Okay, tell the CBC member, hey, I'll do you something better. I'm going to try to get one of these legislations passed to atone for the sins of America's past. Okay, I'm going to push this funding through to right some of the wrongs this country has done to the black community. Not to mention, I don't like seeing white people take a knee right now. In fact, I don't like seeing Democratic lawmakers take a knee, because when Sean Carter, Jay-Z, Hove said in that NFL meeting, okay, I was there, I was in the meeting too, when he said in that NFL meeting with Roger Goodell that the kneeling worked, he was right. Because the kneeling brought real awareness to an issue that people are taking action on now. When Hove said the kneeling worked, now we are past kneeling and it's time for action. This is the action. The action comes from changing laws, passing police reform that holds officers accountable for murdering black folks whenever they want to, okay? Cap took a knee to get the attention of those kinds of lawmakers. Other players and people all around the world took a knee to get the attention of those kinds of lawmakers. We took a knee to get the attention of America and bring awareness to the real issue of police brutality. But the reason I don't want to see the white people kneeling right now is because the knee that got the attention of America in this moment, that knee wasn't Colin Kaepernick's. It was the knee of that murderer, that thug, that white devil, Derek Chauvin, or whatever the hell his name is, okay? That knee that was on the back of George Floyd's neck, that knee is what has laws changing right now. So when I see white folks kneel, I don't know if they are peacefully protesting the way Colin and a host of others did and still do all around the world, or if they are mocking the death of George Floyd. That's just my personal opinion, okay? When I see white folks taking a knee now, I'm not sure if they are with us or against us. All I know is we need policy over pandering. If we don't nip this in the bud right now, can you imagine what the House Democrats have planned for Juneteenth? You don't want to see Nancy Pelosi in a Public Enemy shirt with a black fist out saying fight the power on Juneteenth. You don't want to see Chuck Schumer in a Jackie Robinson baseball jersey screaming out random quotes like, all my life I had to fight. Do you really want to hear Kendrick Lamar, all right, coming from Capitol Hill on Juneteenth? Look, man, they're a few years late on taking the knee. So don't think for 1 second Nancy Pelosi not still learning the Millie Rock right now. Okay, nip this pandering in the bud, because it's all fun and games until white members of Congress are doing the Cupid shuffle on Juneteenth. Okay, don't think for 1 second that a member of the CBC isn't teaching white members of Congress the electric slide right now so they can have a Juneteenth video ready. We don't need none of that. As I said before, policy over pandering. Okay, laws, legislation, that's what we need. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, White Conda, for never. Please give the Caucasian members of the Congress who are wearing kente cloth and kneeling the biggest hee-haw. Donkey Today is brought to you by the Law.
Good job there. Breakfast Club Power 105.1 FM. I pretty much agree with everything this guy was saying, except for I'm not for giving black people reparations. I know we had slavery. I am a true blue fucking American. I came from the Mayflower clan from England, where Christopher Columbus went to the king. Hi, Mr. King. If you give me some ships, I will give you abundance of wealth you will never believe in your eyes. And the king says, oh, do tell. So they got doing their little bartering on ships, and what Christopher Columbus is going to give the king for giving him some ships. And the king goes, I got a catch. I'll give you those ships, but we got some motherfuckers that live here, and they're crazy. They are like religious nuts. They're fucking unwanted village idiots, just fucking loons. And I'll give you those ships, but you gotta take those douchebags with you. And Christopher Columbus, oh, what the hell, I don't care, I'll just dump them off and come back with your riches. And the king goes, oh, God is nice. So off us little crazy religious loons and whatever unwanted people in England got loaded up. And you know, back then the world was flat and the king was gone, oh, I just killed a bunch of unwanted fuckers and we'll never see those bastards again. I win. Fucking good for me. I don't have religious nuts in my fucking country anymore. I don't have loons. I don't have all the unwanted people are gone. So I win. If I never see them again, hooray. So, you know, the world's flat. Once we see those ships disappear, they're over the side of the world and they're gone. So fuck them. But surprise, we were sailing and sailing and sailing and finally hit Plymouth Rock, and boom, Christopher Columbus is like, hey, we hit a fucking rock. And that's Plymouth Rock, people, for the history people. Well, we all got out of the ships and went up to the ground and found the Indians. So we started that way. And then we got bigger and bigger, got colonies. But we got pissed at the fucking English fuckers. They brought over soldiers and started taxing shit. And we're like, man, we're fucked, you know, we're paying all these taxes to this fucking king way over there that didn't want us. And we're fucking done with it because now they're taxing the shit out of our tea. Because tea is king and we love our tea. And fuck you. So we started a civil war and we kicked some British fucking ass and told them to get the fuck out. So then we had the 13 colonies, and then we started to expand more because we wanted to have more land and have our own thing going. And Finally, somehow we got slaves. Slaves were good because we had lots of land. We needed a lot of people to work the land, and we made a lot of money off the slave labor. But there's a lot of Americans that didn't like the slavery part. So we had a civil war. We killed a bunch of fucking Americans, good and bad. The slave owners and the unslave owners. We all lined up and shot each other till the slave owners said, fuck this shit. I guess we'll let these slaves be free. But I do feel for the black people, especially back then, the slaves. We fought this big civil war to free the slaves. What did we do? We said, hooray, you're free. Did we tell you to get the fuck out now? Fuck no, we told you you're free. Go enjoy being an American now. And you could own land, you could own things, and yeah, there's still a shitload of prejudice out there. People didn't like black people, especially down south, I would think. And there's probably a lot of hatred in the north too. But either way, they survived. But they survived with fucking total nothing. When you just get set free and you don't have a thing, because everything was provided for you as a slave, your food, your clothing, if it was even clothing, they probably didn't have too many nice clothing for slaves, but at least they had something. But when you're free, you have nothing. You gotta start for nothing. You're going, oh shit, I don't have a house, I don't have nothing. So, but they were free. They're free to go back to Africa if they're wanting to, but I didn't think any of them did. Maybe some did, I don't know. I never was told about that. But in the 60s, they finally got the more rights going. The civil rights were starting to happen. People were starting to get better treatment. All the way into, would you believe, all the way to about 67, 68 area, the black people couldn't even go in a white restroom or even eat in a white restaurant. But after this civil rights stuff passed, they were able to go to a white restroom, and they were able to eat in a white restaurant and go to white building, movie theaters or churches or whatever. So reparations, if you're screaming about reparations now, you've been getting it. You have been getting it. You've been having low-income housing forever. You've got affirmative action from the 60s, letting you walk into jobs that you're not qualified to have, but just because you were black, we gave it to you. So that's reparations right there. I don't think you really need anything more. I've went to a school that was mixed. We had Mexicans, blacks, and whites, and I'll tell you, I went to a predominant black junior high school in Arizona, Mesa Junior High, in the early 70s. I was probably a speckle of whiteness in the playground. Like I said, went to school with a lot of black people. In my experience of going to school with the black people, some did good in school, some didn't. Same with the whites, same with the Mexicans. A lot of the black people were more into sports. We're going to be pro football players or basketball players. Fuck this learning shit. But hey, when you're 6'2" and freaking get jumped 20 feet in the air, hell, you're gonna make it, man. Compared to a white boy, it's like, well, I think I could get about 6 inches off the ground and I could dribble, but still just getting hammered by these people. But it's alright. Alright. Well, that's my spill on reparations, but everything else, yes, I agree on this guy's video here, and Nancy's little pandering to the black people, thinking she could dress up in black clothing and think black people are thinking she's gonna be the cat's meow, but looking like a real douchebag. Alright, let's see my third video. I haven't seen this video yet. Oh, there's a little CNN. Let's watch this craziness.
Not the same person. She's lost it.
But again, a dose of his own medicine.
Stone cold crazy.
He comes in with doggy do on his shoes, and everybody who works with him has that on their shoes too.
Crazy Nancy Pelosi's House Democrats have branded themselves with an eternal mark of shame, and it really is. It's a disgrace.
He's our president, and I would rather he not be taking something that has not been approved by the scientists, especially in his age group and in his, shall we say, weight group, what is morbidly obese, they say.
Oh, I don't respond to her. I think she's a waste of time. Pelosi is a sick woman. She's got a lot of problems, a lot of mental problems.
What the president did was totally outrageous. Totally outrageous. If it was unwitting, that would be pathetic and dangerous. If it was intentional, that would even be, I don't know what's worse.
Crazy Nancy, I tell you what, I've been watching her, and I have been watching her for a long period of time. She's not the same person. She's lost it.
I frankly feel very sad about the president making this claim. I felt sorry for him.
You know, she's a mess. Look, let's face it, she doesn't understand it. And they sort of feel she's disintegrating before their eyes. She does not understand it.
Appalling.
Nancy Pelosi is a horrible person.
What the president misunderstands is that cruelty is not wit.
I think Speaker Pelosi's incompetent. She lost the Congress once. I think she's going to lose it again because it's so bad for the country. And Nancy Pelosi, I mean, she should go back to her district and clean it up.
Do you hate the president, Madam Speaker?
I don't hate anybody. I was raised in a Catholic house. We don't hate anybody. I don't hate anyone, and always prayed for the president. And I still pray for the president. I pray for the president all the time. So don't mess with me when it comes to words like that.
Nor do I like people who say, I pray for you.
Let us pray. Let us pray for the president.
But I doubt she prays at all.
I think the president is a coward when it comes to helping our kids who are afraid of gun violence. I think he is cruel when he doesn't deal with helping our dreamers.
If you look at Nancy Pelosi eating ice cream on late night television, yeah, I think they probably are. They're having a good time. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
What do you think of Trump's speech tonight?
I tore it up. Trying to find one page.
It's a terrible thing when she ripped up the speech. First of all, it's an official document. You're not allowed. It's illegal what she did. She broke the law.
He has shredded the truth in his speech. He's shredding the Constitution in his conduct. I shredded his state of his mind address. It is a matter of fact that the president is an ongoing threat to our national security and the integrity of our elections, the basis of our democracy.
She's doing a tremendous disservice to the country. She hates the Republican Party. She hates all of the people that voted for me and the Republican Party. Some people think that she doesn't know what she's doing.
In good faith to negotiate with you about how we can keep the government open.
We're going to keep it open if we have border security. If we don't have border security,
I'm with you.
we're not going to keep it open.
I'm with you. We are going to have border security.
Let's debate in private, okay? Yeah, let's debate in private.
That is devoid, frankly, of fact, and we can.
Because Nancy Pelosi is grossly incompetent. She is incompetent, and you're about to find that out.
Do you want this bitch to have nuclear codes to fuck up a fucking country? Are you fucking nuts? How this cunt still is in the Speaker of the House spot is fucking shocking. The only way I think this bitch is still in office is the passing of that last stimulus check for $600 and $1 trillion and millions of dollars of tax dollars gone to foreign countries for other bullshit projects, gender equal or whatever that gender study shit is all about. Part of it was $4.5 million to spray fucking piss on drunken rats, which I think is payola money to keep her seat for these fuckers that voted her back in her seat. Well, that's my opinion on Pelosi, the drinking scumbag of the House. Good luck, fucking countries, if this bitch has the codes. I'd be running for fucking lead-based bunkers. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye, and good luck.